So I'm going to demonstrate the anonymous Apex feature of Query Studio. We've all been there, we've needed to create a little bit of Apex to modify some data, maybe do some calculations, create some new data in sort of a new field, or delete records based on some criteria. We know SOQL is a query language, not manipulation. You can't delete records with SOQL, so you tend to sort of fall back to Apex, um, or maybe the import tool to delete records en masse. So we've added the anonymous Apex feature into Query Studio, so we see it as part of a sort of basic sort of data um, tool set, really. The first thing I'm going to do is take a look at how many accounts I've got in my org. And the org, again, is connection based. Execute that. So I've got 13 records, which is, I think, pretty much the standard data that gets deployed when you have a dev org. So I'm going to go across to my Apex tab here. You can see, again, we can select the connection. Query Studio always allows you to manage multiple connections, associate, your work with a particular connection if it's specific to that connection. But in this case, again, layout toolbars very similar. It allows you to sort of navigate the tool very, very quickly. You get used to what these buttons do and where they are. I've got a script that I've already developed. You can see I've done some syntax highlighting to make it a little bit easier to spot numbers and strings and keywords. This piece of Apex just basically creates 500 additional accounts. So in theory, we should see our query here go from 13 to 513. So if I execute that, you can see result set from Salesforce been returned. We've got success is true. So if I then rerun this query, I'm expecting to see 513 rows, which I do. And you can see them all here, just standard name that was generated by my Apex. So actually now I want to delete them. I've done my tests. So what I could do is just modify this piece of Apex, select those records from Salesforce. I can basically use this billing city as a filter to make sure I get the correct records. And then I can just move this to delete, and then I can execute that. We just run that. Say success is true, so we go back to our query. Now we can rerun that query, and we should go down to 13 rows, which we do. So that's the Apex feature in Query Studio Pro.